Hello, this is Gregor. I'm an author and a neurotransformational life coach. Do you ever catch yourself beating yourself up in your head? You should have done this, could have done that, gotta do that, didn't do that, gotta do that, should have done that, wish I'd done that. You know, self-critical talk. Have you ever caught yourself doing this like an hour into it? I've only done that 17,000 times. So what's our goal? Are we trying to get rid of our critical mind? Nah. It's one of the most important tools we have as human beings. It's part of your mind that where the function is comparison. Your brain is comparing what you did to an ideal. Could be ideal behavior, could be ideal actions. It's an active comparison. Comparison can keep you out of danger. Comparison can reduce risk in the future. Comparison can activate your envy, make you aim for higher goals in life. So your critical mind is another one of your best friends, super important tool. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Why does it get such a bad rap? It's an accuracy of description problem. What we mean to say is the unconscious critical mind is a problem. I mean to say, like, biting your fingernails is a habit that you do unconsciously. You catch yourself 5 minutes into biting your fingernails. I started biting mine when I was 5. I didn't quit for 30, 40 years later. And I remember I would catch myself, looking at my fingers like, oh, how did I get here? Right? So as human beings, we have an ability to do certain things unconsciously. We don't choose them. And then we catch ourselves in the act, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, into it. Okay? And there's this initial moment of self-awareness. Hey, I'm biting my fingernails. Well, the same thing applies to the critical mind, right? Sometimes we choose to use it deliberately. Maybe we're planning, or maybe we're pondering. We're more at peace, we're more calm, hey, I'm going to take 5 minutes here and really think how I could create a best outcome as I approach my friend's house. I want to really greet them warmly, tell them how much I miss them. You're planning things out, you're comparing, what could I do, using your imagination, right? Oh, I really want to do better than I did last time. Really make this person feel welcome. Wonderful use of the critical mind, and meaning the comparison function of your brain. But when we say, oh, my critical mind got me again, it's like looking up from having bitten your fingernails for 15 minutes and the nails are all gone, right? You have beaten yourself up with your critical mind for 15 minutes and there's nothing left. You just feel like a piece of crap because you have shoulda, coulda, woulda, oughta, musta all over yourself for 15 minutes. You didn't choose it. It happened to you as a habit of your unconscious mind, right? Okay. So I think we're good there. What can we do about it? Well, since this is our best friend, we don't want to get rid of the critical mind. We're not going to run from it. We're not going to try and end it. We're not going to try and kill it. It is our best friend. The goal here is self-awareness for when we have unconsciously rabbit holed into it for 5, 10, 15 minutes and created a lot of unnecessary suffering, and we've wasted our energy, and we're going, why do I always do this? Why? Well, because you're a human being, that's why. And what there is to do is to practice the self-awareness. So whatever, 20 years ago when I set the goal out of, hey, I want to quit biting my fingernails, it had to start somewhere, right? It had to start with some awareness of, if I see my hands by my face, I stop. Some initial, can I see my hands sooner? Can I recognize I'm using the wrong tools to make my fingers look nice again? Whether that's a cuticle or a nail or the skin. I remember it did start with the awareness of wrong tools. It all started there. So how could you build your awareness around catching your critical mind in the act of unconsciously, quote unquote, beating you up, bullying you, wasting your time and energy over a tiny detail in your life that doesn't merit the time expenditure and the energy waste on it? I propose to start, and in the comments, put in there, how do you now catch your critical mind? Help us out. What are your ideas? I'll give you mine. Just a starting point is, consider that certain words are far more likely to be used by the unconscious mind. Words like should, must have to. You know, I should have been nicer this morning. Well, really? Like, is that really a thoughtful, conscious, calm, peaceful way of looking at it? No. If that were my conscious critical mind, I might have said, well, you did okay this morning, but you could have been a little nicer, and here's how. Whereas should have gets fired off much more unconsciously. It's more of a red flag. So come up with your list of words that for you are a red flag. That, hey, whoa, I think I'm in my critical mind beating myself up. Oh, I am. Stop. Right? So we're looking for any kind of clue that can be our red flag towards pulling the emergency brake, stopping the ride, getting off, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath, smile, and choose whether you want to continue your self-critical mind rabbit hole or not. Hope that's helpful. If you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.